Hey, so I haven't done one of these in a while. So this is my next Death Note vlog on episode 4. Oh gosh, I don't remember what this one is called. Oh, I'll tell Ted bin later. Anyways, so start off where we left off in the last episode where Ryuk is getting like the deal where he can trade half his lifespan for the Eyes of a Shinigami, which will allow him to see the names and remaining lifespan of any person he sees. And he says no, but obviously this deal is gonna come back at some point. So yeah, like refuses because he wants to rule as a god over the world and all that. And he actually makes a point, like he says like, why wasn't this deal like written in like the instructions of Death Note? I'm like, actually yeah, that's a good point. Like, why didn't they put that in there? It seems kind of like a random thing to leave out. Yeah, anyways, it's just kind of something to know. So in this episode, he starts kind of like experimenting with the Death Note. He finds out that he can not only control how the person dies, but also like their actions before the death. And also he finds out his restrictions of the Death Note. So like people can't do something that is like physically impossible before they die. It has to be something within the realm of like what they would actually do. Or would be able to do. And there's a scene where like he explains his plan and like, oh well, I told this person died from the Eiffel Tower, but in 1 hour, but you can't travel from Japan to the Eiffel Tower in 1 hour, and he actually shows like the diagram of like the globe and like an arrow pointing from Japan to France, and I'm like, okay, like you don't need to illustrate that, like we kind of get the idea. We don't need that spelled out for us. So that was kind of weird. Also there's like a line where Light says something about becoming real Shinigami, foreshadowing maybe. We'll see how that goes. I also thought it was really interesting that there was kind of like a parallel between the Shinigami world and the human world. Where we see, like, in the very first episode, Light says, like, this world is rotting, and then in this episode, Ryuk kind of talks about how he feels like the Shinigami world is rotting as well, and how the human and Shinigami world can kind of, like, learn from each other. And again, there was that conversation of Light possibly becoming a Shinigami, possibly foreshadowing at some point, don't know. So that was kind of, like, an interesting parallel. Yeah, I also thought it was really funny that, Ryuk calls Light a positive thinker. Like, that seems kind of funny, especially because, like, he's, like, killing all these people, but I don't know, like, I guess, like, he has something of a positive view of the future, although, well, may not be positive for everybody, but for him it is. So, I don't know, I thought that was kind of funny. This, like, crazy-ass kid is a positive thinker, I don't know. Yeah, so then we see the FBI agent that was following him. Light develops a plan to discover his name so that he can kill him. And so he, like, kind of, like, orchestrates this bus hijacking by a drug addict / criminal. And through that plan, it's a very elaborate plan, he's able to find out who the guy following him is. His name is Ray Penber, and in either next episode or at some point he's gonna end up killing him, which kind of sucks because we find out in this episode that the guy was planning to leave him alone anyway. Like, so it's like, oh, like, Light seems like a good kid, my surveillance will be done by the day and I'll leave him alone. So it kind of sucks because he really didn't even have to die because he was just gonna leave him alone anyway. I think that kind of like highlights like what a really like shitty person Light is. So yeah, I think that, like, the whole, like, the bus hijacking plot is really clever, so, like, because, like, he knows that he's going to, the FBI agent is going to follow him onto the bus with the, fake date that he's made, and through that he, like, accuses the FBI of possibly being, co-conspirator with the hijacker, so he, like, demands to see his ID, and obviously through that he's able to get his name. So I thought that was super clever, albeit horrible. And yeah, this is just another great episode, and looking forward to watching more, so don't have much else to say about this one. So yeah, bye.